you doing, guys and gals? My name's Doug Wilson, and you're watching Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. I enjoy showing the sheath systems and the knives, and this channel, you're going to see a lot of different knives on this channel. And what we do here is we build knife and sheath systems. So we build a sheath system around the client's knife, right? So that's what we do here. It's a little different than other makers do it. Other makers do real simple sheaths, with maybe a ferro rod holder or something like that. Well, we like to give you exactly what you want, right? You actually work with me to build a system that's good for you, right? For your needs and your wants and, your projects in the field, right? So, let's get to it, right? It's 17 May 2018. I had a great talk with Peter Kohler on the phone yesterday from Dark Timber Custom Knives. Great guy, right? I've known Peter for, I don't know, 3-4 years now. And, we get along pretty good, me and him. So, I had a good conversation with him. I'm not going to tell you what it was about. Nah, jokey. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you some knives and some sheath systems that you just saw in, that thing. Where I zoom in type thing. Okay, real quick, this is going to be a short, vlogs are supposed to be short, right? So I'm just going to show it to you, show you the knife. Okay, this is the JX2 Jesmic. It's a all-around camp bushcraft knife designed by Chris Tanner and built by LT Wright Knives. Same company that builds my Delta Whiskey Infinity, okay? And it's not looking good for having a run in CPM 3V done. It's not looking good. I just don't have enough guys interested, right? I built that knife for me, and I had a lot of guys ask me about getting one, so I did a run of them. But this CPM 3V run, it's not, I got maybe 15, 20 guys that want one. It's got to be up close to 30 or 35 in order for LT Wright to make it profitable for him to do it. So if you want a CPM 3V Infinity, I don't have one down here. I do. Here. I have a couple left that I have to build sheaths for guys. Here's the Infinity. Okay. This is my take on an EDC Wilderness blade. And, in my opinion, this knife really does do it all. Right? For the size and shape of the knife, it's a very efficient woodworker, very efficient chopper for its size, okay? Very comfortable in the hand. I mean, it's a great blade, Everybody who uses one really loves it. Ooh, gee. Ooh. People throwing stuff at me. Anyway, the Jesmic JX2. If you want a CPM 3V Infinity, let me know. Because I got guys on a list that I'm trying to build the list up so I can actually justify making a bunch of them. Okay? Alright, there. JX2 Jesmic. He must have blued this blade or something, because they're usually, satin silver colored. But, nice. I've used this knife. Very efficient. Yeah, it's got a belly just like the Infinity. This one was first, right? Chris Tanner got this one out first, before my Infinity. So, I give credit where credit's due, right? So, him and I are both belly guy. He likes belly blades. I like, my buddy Grizz loves belly. All through our lives, we've always gravitated toward forward heavy and bellies, right? They're just more efficient blades in our opinion, right? So there's the JX2, and here is, oh, I never get tired of that, right? the sheath system that I built for it. Now, keep in mind, every sheath system you see, right, is custom. It took me about 10 hours to build this sheath. 10 hours. The fit and finish, detail, everything is perfect. Because I know you guys are using these in the field. I never know where a sheath system's going to go. It could be going with a guy to Afghanistan, and I might not know it, right? And he's got to bet his life on this sheath system. It's got to be right. So I build them all right. It's just an ethic and a moral that I have, that I just have to build them right. Okay. So the client picked all these options, every single one of them, and I found a way of getting them on the sheath system. Okay. Now there's a lot of stuff packed into this little compact system here, because I really like to keep the sheaths as light as I can keep them, right? And I tell you, I really go to extremes to keep it lightweight. So, but I still want them very strong. So there's a fine line. There's a balance to be had. Okay, fine diamond rod sharpener. Okay, I also have these, right? These are the standalone diamond rods. They're a little finer. Okay. This is actually the same rod that's in the Lansky Tactical Sharpener. The very same one. And that is an extremely popular diamond rod. That's usually the one people go for. I like them both. Okay. This one's a little bit coarser, but not much. This is still considered a fine diamond rod. Okay. And it's great. It's got a conical end. It does things that that one doesn't do. Okay. Flashlight. Got the this is the Phoenix E12. Phoenix E12, and you can use it on the sheath in two different ways, right? Got a live fire on the back. You got ferro rod on the front. So basically right here you have sure fire. You can absolutely build a fire in any condition, even wet and rainy condition, if you can find some decent wood, right? Decent tinder. With this live fire and the ferro rod, you will always have fire, no matter what. Okay? Let's say 99% of the time you'll be able to get a fire with this. Okay? Even if it's damp out. Okay, there it is. Got that triple layer Sure Up plate, really strong. Like I said, it's got to be strong. So I look for strong, lightweight ways of doing things, right? And very effective as well, right? This is the bison hide, right? I had a couple pieces of this left. I don't have much of that left, guys. All right. And it's hard to get. The bison hide's hard to get. It's very expensive. So I use cowhide, right? Which is just as good a quality as the bison hide. It just is. All right. So here's the belt loop for this one. This is cowhide, 9 to 10 ounce. Nice, thick, stable belt loop. Not flimsy or anything, So there it is. This is I call it the zombie green swirly pattern. It has a name. It's called Elements something, right? But I call it zombie green swirly pattern, right? It's just easier to remember. And this is a leather elite. This is a leather over Kydex sheath system for the Falk-Niven A1. Okay? Falk-Niven A1. Great little knife. A lot of guys use them for bushcrafters. I know a lot of guys in the military carry these. It's a strong knife, decent steel. Some people swear by this VG10 laminated steel. Some people do. Let me see. Let me look at it. Yeah. Right? VG10. Nice thick steel. Nice thick spine. Swedge clip point. Just pretty strong knife, okay? Now, do I work with one? Do I own one? I own one, but I don't use it. Okay? That's the truth, right? Would I use it in some circumstance? Sure I would. It's a good knife, okay? All right, rubber handle, composite handle, leather elite, full grain leather over a fully functioning Kydex sheath, and you're going to find that the fit and finish on these is impeccable, right? That's how I got to build them. It's just that simple, right? You don't expect it, but when you get it, you're like, man, how does he do that? Right? Okay, give me a really good look at it. You can see everything that's on it. This is a micro, I call them micro molly locks. They're actually called dots locks or something. Just as high quality as the Blade Tech stuff. They're still fairly expensive, just like Blade Tech stuff, because it's tough. These are the best clips on the market, right? Blade Tech, dots, that kind of thing. All right, so I use them. All right, live fire on the back, right? Fine diamond rod on the side, right? Mike McGowan came up with this. He got this shock cord. It's pretty cool. So I use it on the neon green, the zombie green sheath systems. Triple layer shore up plates, just strong, super strong. All right, there's that one. Okay, here's a Sear 1 survival system. This one's built for a Bark River Parang. All right, Bark River Parang. That's a big knife, isn't it? Big knife, right? Haven't really worked with it a lot, but if you want to clear brush and chop wood and stuff like that, you're going to be able to do it with this. Okay, knife designs are very subjective for guys when they want to buy a knife. Every guy has his own parameters, criteria that he wants in a knife. Okay, and it's based on his experiences, in the field, whatever, right? So somebody might like this knife, another guy might say, nah, I'm not gonna, I'm not buying that, whatever, right? But it's a well-built knife. It's big. I don't use really big choppers in the field, but not saying I wouldn't. I'm just saying I generally don't use them because I can do everything I need to do with a smaller knife, right? And to be honest, you guys know what's important to me, right? Really important is the knife and the sheath together, right? The knife and the sheath together can do a whole lot more than either one of them, by themselves. So, all right, got an SE pouch on the front. This is, I call it the red grunge pattern, right? Red grunge pattern. And this is the red swirly pattern. So I got both patterns on this sheath. This is red grunge right here. Red grunge. And then the red swirly patterns on the back. All right. You see that? This is a large live fire. Client wanted a large live fire. He specified a standalone diamond rod. So what I do is a lot of times I'll put handles on them. And I don't really like those tab handles. I'll do them if you want them. I like these handles, right? Because you can actually get your damn thumb on there and it's stable in your hand to use it, right? So, I prefer them, so I use them. Then he's got the, this is the Phoenix LD02. LDO2, it's got a detemp button on the back, 100 lumens, max. Great lights, and they work very well with my systems. So, he's getting a Beach and Tactical sling. Beach and Tactical sling from Jacob Peterson at the Prepper's Bunker. And on the back is 2 molly locks, side by side. Now these smaller sheaths, I can't get 2 molly locks on them. This one's set for vertical, that's what he wanted. Okay, and I built this one with a mounting plate. instead of mounting the clip to the sheath, I mount it to the mounting plate. But you can actually do it both ways, right? And you can put a molly lock on that. You can put a molly lock on almost all my sheath systems, right? Whether it comes with a tech lock or not, okay? So there it is. All right, very strong. There's no play. There's no play. I mean, I guess if you took a screwdriver and pried this up, you could do it, but there's no play with this plate, right? I take steps to make sure there's no play, right? All right, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Give you a good shot of this one. I think I got to hold it back here, right? There's this one. All right. All right, guys, feel free to ask any questions, make comments, or whatever. See ya.